All right, welcome to our Meet Plexus, the products and the opportunity call. I am so excited that all of you are here. So if you are tuning in, I know I'm going to be letting people in as they pop in here, but we would love to know where you're tuning in from. And I would love to know also like who invited you here. If you will throw that in the chat, if you can, if you're not driving or cooking dinner or at a sporting event or something like that. I know we are all busy mamas, so I just appreciate everybody who is here tonight. But I just want to introduce myself, take a minute. But first, before I introduce myself, I really just want like our hope and vision tonight is that you walk away feeling excited and leaving better than you came. Whether you decide to join us or not, really, our heart is that you hear something that inspires you to maybe make a change or make a difference in your life or create a legacy that you're really proud of. So let's dive into it. So I am Shannon Kaltenbach. I have been with Plexus for 11 years. It is crazy to think that my two children were 1 and 2 when I got started. And it has been the best journey I have ever taken. So I started Plexus for the products. I was hormonally a crazy lady. I realized it wasn't my fault. Thank you, Michelle. I had three miscarriages before my two beautiful babies were born. And yes, it was absolutely devastating hard. So if anyone has ever walked that season or is walking or knows someone, please know that I'm always here to lend an ear, lend a shoulder, because I totally grasped that. And then I was blessed with two beautiful babies, and who are not babies anymore. They're 12 and 13. But I really struggled with digestion issues even before I had my children. And then afterwards, I still had digestion issues. I also was really struggling with hormones massively. I was raging. I had anxiety that had never been there before. I really just felt out of control of my own body, and I was really ashamed that some days I would literally tell my husband I didn't want to be a mom. And for someone who had walked through what I had walked through to have children, that was the most shameful feeling ever, that I felt that way. And I was hiding it. So I thought I will just go exercise, eat clean, and it'll take care of all the things. And guess what? It didn't. And so my OB actually is the, bless his soul, that he pointed me in the direction of go find some good probiotics and a good vitamin. And he just said, you go do your own research and figure it out. And that led me to Plexus, which led me to understanding gut health. And the rest is history. I got started on our gut health products and have felt the best in my entire life at 44 than I did back when I was 34. So anyways, y'all, if you're here and you're like, I'm skeptical, please know I was too. I watched my friend for 6 months, almost deleted her off of Facebook because I was like, there's no way that this stuff works. So I'm so glad that I did finally say, can you give me a sample? Because I'd like to see what this stuff is doing that helps you so much with your 4 children. And I only have 2, right? So I organically started sharing because I found something that I loved and ended up leaving my career and being able to work from home and living out my dream. And I will definitely get more into that later. But I want to get started here. I'm going to share my screen so that you guys can see. So just give me a minute, because let's be real, technology is not always my strong suit. Okay, so like I told you, I have been with Plexus for 11 years, and we have our drinks, our supplements. This is our infamous pink drink, right? This is one of my favorites. You guys know I post about the purple drink a lot, but I do love the pink, the original pink drink still too, and I do have that as well. But have you ever said to yourself, I don't need supplements, I'm fine? Meanwhile, you have no energy, you binge eat sugar, you avoid certain foods, and you are sick often. I actually remember I would go to dinner with my husband. We would go have a date night when that was few and far between. And I would be having him immediately stop at a gas station. Let's not get into the TMI, right? And that was awful. It was not a good feeling. And so, anyone else ever felt like that or have a bloated belly, no energy? Did you feel like you can get the weight off? Been there, right? And honestly, what I fell in love with the most though, when I first looked into Plexus, was the clean ingredient standards. That meant a lot to me. After I had my children, I was like, I want to make sure everything I'm putting in my body is clean. And so I love the fact that there are no artificial colors, nor you can see artificial sweeteners, flavors, they're gluten-free, non-GMO, plant-based ingredients, right? No preservatives, no hormones. They are safe for daily use. And you guys, we're talking about daily wellness, right? Like something you can take every day that is going to benefit your whole being, right? Made in the USA. We are backed by science, and that is huge. So that is a little bit about our Plexus. I'm going to get into what I have been sharing about a lot lately, the purple drink, and it has been the biggest tool for me in, you can see my picture right there. I just love this purple drink. So it's new. It's the new, I call it the purple drink on the black, right? This is our original one, but I do love the purple. And it helps support healthy weight management, reduce calorie intake. It slows carb and sugar absorption and supports healthy glucose levels. So what this does is it's actually going to boost your natural GLP-1. Yes, we all have natural GLP-1, and this naturally boosts that. And that is the buzzword, right? That has been all over. But this isn't magic. It's definitely not another gimmick. It's a strategy. And we have some really powerful ingredients with a different level of intention. So we mix the two drinks, the Slim Hunger Control and the Restore, and you take balance all at the same time right alongside. It is so easy and simple is what works, right? I talk about this a lot. It was an absolute game changer for me. You can see this is my actual before and after. It helped me go into I hit perimenopause. You can see it hit me like a freight train. And this combo really helped me dial in the food noise, and I was able to really lose the fat that I had wanted to, and helped with my hormone support as well. And this is my friend Alita. I love her dearly. She has had phenomenal results as well. Restore is over here. It is one of my most favorite products, because it's not just about losing weight. And I really want to scream that from the mountaintops, because it's supporting your liver health, and it's a natural detox. It promotes cellular repair and healthy aging. Hello, who does not want that? All that goodness, right? But we know that GLP-1 is the buzzword, but gut health is truly where it's at. And I am actually going to pass it over to my friend Kimberly here. She is a dear friend of mine, and she is going to talk to you about gut health.
Hi, Kimberly Masters. Thank you, Shannon. I appreciate it. So I started with Plexus products about a year and a half ago. And the reason I started was I was about to have a hysterectomy. I'm a lady in my 50s and kind of all over the place. And as far as I was getting ready to have this hysterectomy, knowing exactly what pain meds did to my system, um, I'm also have managed to get to this age and thought that once a week was okay to poop. Guess what, ladies? It's not. Um, and I had seen Beth posting about Beth is actually she's a wonderful teammate now, but she is my husband's cousin, and I had seen her posts about Plexus and about our gut health system, and I thought, well, at least maybe it'll get me through this surgery, right? That was my original thought. That was it. I'm just going to get through this, not have all the horrible, stuff. And I ended up another month went by and I realized, wait, I am sleeping through the night. And wait, I don't have a headache every day. And I'm a teacher. And I was realizing all of these extra things that I just thought was normal wasn't normal and that I was feeling fantastic. So as I recovered from my surgery, I stayed on. the products. And here I am a year and a half later. And I decided to share, which I will get into that in a little bit of how I got there. But what I did start with, like I said, was our gut health system. When Shannon's going to share the graphic with that for us. But when I started our gut health system, it was called Triplex. And for my Canadian friends, it is still triplex, um, because there are the three products that are in that system. Do you have it, Shannon? No? Hey, there it is. All right. So yeah, so the triplex system, that is the next slide, I think, Shannon.
Yeah, I'm gonna play this video real quick if you don't
Okay,
mind.
cool.
Sorry to
Yeah,
interrupt, but I was gonna
absolutely.
play this video really quick because I think it's just
Yeah,
so impactful. But you guys,
of course.
this is a video from
Here's a number that
Mel
made me
Robbins.
realize that we have a
Sorry, Mel Robbins, and she is a New York best-selling author. She's incredible. And so this video I felt just like speaks volumes. So I just want to share it real quick. Sorry, Kimberly, I forgot.
gut health
No, no, it's
crisis
perfect.
hiding in plain sight. 40% of Americans say that their bowels disrupt their daily lives.
40%?
15% of Americans have irritable bowel syndrome. 3 out of 4 Americans can't poop in a public restroom. 1 out of 3 struggle to go to the bathroom on vacation.
So I just want to share that really quick with you guys because gut health isn't just something, it's like everything. And this slide really talks about 90% of your serotonin, your happy hormone, is made in your gut, right? Like chronic fatigue, brain fog is experienced 2 to 3 more times for often for people whose gut is out of balance. So gut health is a really big deal. And so I'm a firm believer in gut health. So I'm going to stop talking and back to Kimberly. I will go to the next slide for you.
Awesome. Thank you. Absolutely. And Plexus is the OG gut health company. I know it's like a super buzzword right now, and everybody's talking about gut health. And for a lot of people, it's a really new subject. But Plexus has been doing this for 18 years, y'all. This is not something we're brand new to. We are the OG company. Like they've been doing this, and the research is just absolutely amazing. So our gut health system, as I said, originally triplex, comes with the three products, right? So the basis behind it is weed, seed, and feed, right? So we have our bio cleanse, which is our first product there, and that's the weed part of the process. It helps support your body with the natural cleansing process. It supports your immune function, and plus it helps with fatigue and sleep and just all the stuff, right? So you're weeding out all the yuck, right? All the junk. Probio 5 is the seed part of the three. It's a really unique product because it's a 3-in-1. It's a probiotic, an antifungal, and it has digestive enzymes as well. It's that three blend together, and it works to create an optimal gut environment. So it seeds, it adds all the good stuff to it, seeds it all through. And then the slim microbiome, you might hear us refer to it as MBA. The microbiome activating is what that MBA stands for. That's the feed. That's the pink drink, right? That's the feed part of it. Our slim product is patent. That is a patented product that we have here at Plexus. It has clinically demonstrated to improve your gut health by feeding that beneficial microbiome, the prebiotics that you need to thrive. The analogy that I've heard with that is like, think about Miracle Grow. Like that's what it is, right? It's the Miracle Grow. It's the get it all in there and help it grow. So those three products together, that is our gut health system. That is the proof. That's where I started. That is what changed everything for me, and it has changed for so many people. A lot of people, that's where they start with Plexus, and it's a great place to start. We all just came home from convention last month. where we got to hear about Armor. And Armor is our newest addition to the gut health lineup. What a totally cool product. It is just absolutely amazing. The Armor helps support the walls of your gut, not just the actual bacteria living in it. It actually supports the wall of your gut, and the lining of your gut helps protect it. It has been such a game changer for so many people. While we were at convention, we got to hear um from a lady who has 5 different autoimmune diseases, and she had been trialing Armor, and just the amount of relief that she has felt since she's added that to her daily regime has just been absolutely phenomenal to hear. You can see on the slide one of the testimonies that we have to share with you there. One of the other things that we have heard a lot about is it's really beneficial for those with no gallbladder. That's been just phenomenal. One of our teammates, she is actually she had her gallbladder removed, and that is her since she started Armor. She said the kind of the same thing that Shannon did, right? Like on the way home from the restaurant, like had to make that emergency stop before she made it home, because there was no way that that would ever happen if she went out to lunch or dinner. Um, but since she started Armor, she hasn't made any of those stops. So how cool is that? Like just on its own, how life-changing is that? She shared with me the other day, she's like, hey, I made a stop at the store on the way home from dinner. It's been years since they've done that, right? Like that's incredible. So that's the stuff that like that touches me in the heart for sure. I love that so much. So tons that I could go on for the next 20 minutes about Armor and all the stuff, but I won't. So you can see all the great stuff there. Armor can be added to any of the combos that we have. Armor itself is $48. And you can add it to any of the combos that you see here. You can see on the screen that the gut health system prices out gut health is that's the 3 products in one I just talked about. That's at 126. And then the GLP-1 system, that's what Shannon talked about. And then you can combine them together and end up with the big combo there, which is the GLP-1 and the gut health system together. One of the combos that we found that people are doing really, really well with, if you don't want to do a full system like this, is Armor and Slim together. And Armor and Slim together is 127. So absolutely phenomenal combos that are going on that will help you with your gut health system and your health goals. If you're not sure where to start, we will be happy to help you with whatever you where your questions are. Whoever added you, or Shannon or myself would be happy to help you with any questions that you have with that. And another cool thing about Armor is through month of July, you get free shipping with it. So that is super cool. If you add Armor to anything, your whole thing ships for free. And who doesn't like free shipping, right? So that's kind of what we got going on there. One of the things that is so cool about Plexus is that we have recently rolled out our loyalty rewards program that we call Stay Well. And as a new VIP customer, you I'm sorry, you you get your first order has that 10% off that goes with it, on top of your VIP savings. Your second month, I actually have all my stuff here. Your second month you get is with your consecutive order, you get a sample of our Plexus favorites, and it's a combination of our Hydrate, our Slim, and Active. Give you a chance to check that out. So 2 consecutive orders and your subscription orders in a row, you end up with that. And our third month, we got free product with our first 3 months, and we got a whole bag of Active. So cool. All 3 flavors, all in the same bag. You get to try them all. Super, super cool. And we just found out what the 6-month product thing is. Y'all, you get a whole reset. Holy smokes, you get a whole reset for 6 months just of having your order consecutively shipping to you. That's $119 order, our value, I should say, in that reset. So incredibly cool. So we're excited to find out what 9 months is. We don't know that yet because we haven't gotten that far yet, but we're so excited. If that's what we got for 6 months, holy, who knows what we'll get for 9 and 12, right? So just super cool. So the other piece to that we were talking about that I had mentioned earlier is why. Why did I start sharing? Why am I part of this amazing team and why am I sharing? I will tell you that Beth had had this conversation with me many times, and I was that girl that gave her the hardest time ever. I was like, absolutely not. No, thank you. I don't want to start a business. I'm a teacher. I'm a mom of three college kids. Like, I'm crazy busy. I was like, no, nope, 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 nope. But she was lovely and kind with me and patient with me and talked to me about just how amazing being part of this community is and doing what we do is not like what I thought network marketing was, right? I'm not we don't hold inventory. Everything ships out of facility for us. Um, I'm not traveling to random people's houses and having house parties like we used to back in the whenevers when we used to do this, right? When you show up, you're like, "Hi, I'm over here with all my stuff," right? It's not that at all. Um, we're simply sharing the products that we love with the people that we love and getting to know so many amazing people along the way. And I am just so incredibly thankful and blessed that Beth and Shannon did not give up on me and just knew that I would love this and do so well. I can't say enough about this community of women, y'all. Like getting to go to convention, being a part of this amazing group, getting all of it anywhere you go, everybody is pointing in the in the same direction and everybody supports everybody. One Plexus is not just a tagline, it is for real. I was able to bring my daughter Sydney, who is 20, to convention with me, and she was just like, "Mom, this is amazing. Like this is amazing." And she just couldn't get over it, and she just kept just how everybody loved on everybody and how everybody was so kind to her and just incredible. So I could go on and on and on. But I've been sharing for a little over a year. In that year, like y'all, the money is for real. And that's where I got stuck in the beginning. I was like, sure, sure, sure. We're gonna see the numbers and sure, yeah. Y'all, the money is for real. It is for real. Like I said, I have three kids in college. The money is for real, right? Um, I have had so many opportunities just this year alone. I was able to earn a trip to Cancun for my husband and I that we never would have done on our own. Um, it was an all-inclusive facility, and not only was I able to earn the trip, I was able to earn the airfare that went with that and an extra day to go do that, which was super cool. I've earned all kinds of random things, my Aura ring, a vibration plate. I've had a pair of Oakleys that I would never in a million years buy for myself. Just amazing things that just we get so spoiled, right? Just so incredibly loved on and spoiled. I've been to Arizona to go to home office and get to meet everybody there, and it's just for sharing the stuff I love. And that's like I said, I can't say enough about why. And I am just so grateful that we say all the time when people say, you know, I'm busy and I don't have enough money to do this, it's like, well, that's great because the people that do really well are the ones that are busy and need the money because that's the way it works, right? So and that's it, right? Because that's where we're at. So um do you have that Shannon, did you want to lead into that kind of
Yep. Yep.
the breakdown?
Absolutely. Yep. I will lead into that breakdown. And she is so right. I don't share this enough, but you guys, when I first started the products, I instantly felt so much better. And my husband looked at me and said, I don't know what you're going to do, but we can't afford this month too. And that's when somebody had, thank goodness, said, I don't know, but you have a referral link. If if you have three people that want to do this with you, you can earn some money. And I went, I would love to, because I know there's other women out there that felt just like I did. And so I was like, okay, if I can help people and pay for my products next month, that would be fantastic. But I will tell you, I was skeptical at first because I don't say this a lot, but I actually did network marketing prior to Plexus. and it was jewelry, and it just didn't, it wasn't the right thing for me. I didn't make money. I was leaving my home to do shows all the time. I would work all day, get in the car, load my stuff, go to shows, have to like do the inventory thing. Like it was insane. And so I was like, eh. And then when I found out you don't have to do shows and you don't have to go to people's houses, I was like, score, I'm in. Because when I found this opportunity, I didn't tell anybody because vulnerability is not my strong suit, that we were struggling financially. I had my bachelor's loan that was a 6.9% interest rate. Then I went and got my master's to try to make more money. I had Kyla. I then got pregnant with Kane. And then my school district went on a 7-year pay freeze. Okay. So John was already working 2 jobs. My mom was watching our kids for free. We were doing everything we could to make ends meet. And I literally would pray, Lord, I don't know what this looks like, but if you could possibly find me an opportunity that didn't make me leave my house, but could give me enough to pay off my student loan debt, I would be so grateful. But in my head, I was like, he's never going to give me this because that's asking way too much, right? Bam, here came Plexus, right? And so I didn't have the expectation to do a business. That was never something that I thought about when I said yes to sharing. It just organically happened. And I love what I'm doing. And what I didn't know is that we would be able to meet our financial goals. I didn't know that I would be able to, literally the Lord knew this, but nobody else knew this. I secretly wanted to be home so bad with my kids. It like pained me, but I love the fact that my mom was there with them, right? I had this like, that tug of war, right? Like I want to be there, but I love the fact that she is. And so he knew that. And this gave me that opportunity. I never thought in a million years that this would cost or would literally help me to be able to walk away from my teaching career. A couple other things I know you guys like, because of this unconventional stream of income, right? Not only was I able to walk away from my career, but the thing I love the most is that this opportunity has given me a community of people that are the most incredible people that pray for you, that pray over you, that pray with you, that are there for you to encourage you and really want you to be your best self. And there is nothing better than that. So I could go on and on. I don't want this to be forever of what this has done, but let me just say what I learned in a really hard season. Okay. I was in a hard season of little kids. Kane and Kyla were little. They were 1 and 2. I was working full time. We were doing mom life. Let's just leave it at that. But what I learned in a hard season is that I'd rather opportunity come knocking at my door than it come knocking and me not say yes. I didn't want to not be ready, right? To let it pass me by. Or I had this opportunity, but I was like, I'll never, I can't, I won't. There was this small voice though inside of me, right, that kept moving me towards it. And I always say to myself, what if I didn't? What if I didn't? Kimberly wouldn't be on this screen right now. She wouldn't even be, I didn't even know her part of this. And we were like the best of friends. So I think about just how my kids' lives changed. Those of you that are on here that know me, you know, we traveled in a camper for a year. My husband was able to retire early, or way earlier than we planned on. We literally just jumped in a camper and took off for 9 months. My kids got to see 26 different national parks. We lived off of this, okay, and his pension as well, but it was a huge piece of the puzzle. And a lot of people will say, well, I'm not you. I'm just an ordinary girl. I had no background except in elementary education, just so we're clear. That's what my degree's in, elementary education. I literally was just an ordinary girl that started with a hope and a prayer. That's the truth. I started with hope and a prayer, and I was looking for hope. And this opportunity provided me hope. And it literally gave me so much more. And this little pink drink literally changed the trajectory of my whole entire family. So I just want to wrap up real quickly and show you. I know I feel like I've talked, but we're just so passionate, if you can see that. And I struggle with this whole screen sharing technology thing. So y'all Bear with me as
Well, and
I.
while you're doing that, Shannon, that's the other piece to it too, is you don't have to know everything to do this, right? You don't have to know everything. Plexus is so awesome about giving us the information we need, and you have the community. You have us. You have everybody else before us as well, right? So it's not like, oh, I don't know enough about the product or I don't know enough. It's okay. I had no idea. And here we are. So it's
Mhm.
that everything's there for us. So that's a big piece to it for me as well.
Yep. So I'm just going to show you the income because I think that is important. Things are so expensive nowadays that I know how impactful having a second stream of income was for our family. And this is just showing your monthly of what you can make in this opportunity. But if you are somebody who is like, I am brand new, I've never even done this, but I'm kind of interested in this referral link thing, your first three friends that you do use referral link, you can actually make, it's $300. So it would actually be double your first time. But you can see as a senior silver, if you're brand new, you're actually going to make closer to like $800 than this $275 a month when you get started. So there's just different opportunities for money, but you can see that it really is real. And I feel blessed to be able to bring such a blessing to people. So I just want to share this with you too. I don't know if you guys know this, but network marketing is actually the #1 industry in creating female millionaires. Okay. And there are actually so many in Plexus that make this pay down here. This diamond pay, $20,000. My upline, she's a diamond. Okay. I am actually, my rank, I have hit emerald. So that just kind of goes to show you just the opportunity there. I literally just started though to pay for my products. That was it. I didn't think that this was going to happen. So maybe tonight you're asking yourself, what next, right? But truthfully, I just want you to think about what the possibility could be. And maybe you're just here because you really want your health to be taken to the next level. Maybe you're struggling with some health issues and you just want to feel your best. And maybe you're here because you're just curious and you wanted to learn. So I just encourage you to reach out to whoever invited you here and ask questions, y'all. We love questions. And we are just so grateful and thankful that you took the time to even be here because truthfully, that means so much to us. So thank you. Have a wonderful night and go pink drinks.
Thank you guys.